starts with a seed.
A seed is an idea dormant with possibility.
With passion and an entrepreneurial approach, ideas blossom into tangible results.
We are at Graceland University ENACTUS, and our project work is guided through a model we call SEED.
S, seeing opportunities.
E, empowering entrepreneurship.
E, enabling progress.
And D, developing sustainable change.
Hi, I'm Dylan Pitt, a sophomore English major from Lamoni, Iowa.
Hi, I'm Melissa Shear, a freshman biology and chemistry major from Woodbine, Iowa.
I'm Carl Bradford, a junior biology major from Raymore, Missouri.
I'm Victoria Vukovic, a sophomore biology major from Phoenix, Arizona.
I'm Jay Leisinger, a junior business and economics major from Blue Springs, Missouri.
And I'm Lindsay Harmon, a senior business administration and religion and philosophy major from Louisville, Kentucky. This is our story.
Our work begins with seeing opportunities. Graceland University is located in the small town of Lamoni, Iowa. With a population of 2,324 people and a per capita income of $18,845 per year, we are aware of the great need in our community.
Lamoni is located in Decatur County, the most impoverished county in Iowa, which has the fourth highest population of children living in poverty, with almost 20% of its residents living at or below the poverty line.
44% of Graceland students on the Lamoni campus qualify for Pell Grants, and 75% of graduates from private nonprofits leave with heavy student loans averaging $35,000.
Many Lamoni restaurant owners work multiple jobs to keep their businesses afloat. They are unable to tap into the large student population for income because their business hours don't align with students' late-night schedules.
Opportunity exists on a global scale. Our hardworking friends in Nicaragua, the second most economically challenged country in Central America, live on less than $3 per day. They look forward to the day where they can thrive in a world without poverty.
We then empower entrepreneurship. Our 70-member team represents 20 academic majors, 20 states, and 4 countries. The diversity of our team allows us to approach entrepreneurship in effective and creative ways, in collaboration with community members to empower those with whom we work.
Through entrepreneurship, we enable progress. Through shared vision, investment, and determination, we create tangible economic, social, and environmental change.
Finally, we develop sustainable change. We strive to develop imperishable, sustainable systems through community-driven project work. We have planted seeds of entrepreneurialism from the small town of Lamoni, Iowa to the community of El Tunal, Nicaragua.
Join us as we share about the growth of our local and global communities.
A plant's ability to grow relies on the strength and depth of its roots. The youth are the roots of our community that ground us in a hopeful future. As such, they are a leading focus of our ENACTUS team.
With 52% of all K-12 students in Lamoni being eligible for free or reduced lunches, the need for a better financial future is urgent. Seeing the opportunity to create a stronger root system through local 5th graders, Graceland ENACTUS launched our Kids Bank program.
Since 2007, we've been equipping the Lamoni youth with the tools needed for financial success through our Kids Bank Legacy Project. We partner with Lamoni 5th grade classrooms, teaching a series of financial literacy lessons tailored to generate a new awareness and interest in financial stability.
This year, we continue the project with all 30 5th graders. To monitor their progress, we started the first lesson with a pretest over basic financial skills and terms. The average pretest score was 65%.
During the 3 weeks following the pretest, members from our ENACTUS team traveled to the 5th grade classrooms to teach lessons and engage the students in activities related to financial literacy.
Because of the hard work put in by the students and continuing support from the 5th grade teachers, Mrs. Pitt and Mrs. Jones, the average score on the post-test was 88%, a relative increase of 35%.
In addition to our lessons, we encourage the students to open up their own savings accounts.
We held a pizza party in the high school cafeteria to create a positive atmosphere for students and their parents to meet with the banks and build a relationship that would hopefully become long-term.
Every student that opened a savings account was awarded $10 from their bank of choice, as well as $10 from the DECO Foundation. 46% of students opened savings accounts, resulting in $260 being saved for their future.
For the final component of Kids Bank, we encourage the students to write an essay explaining what they learned.
With a $200 scholarship from Graceland and a $200 scholarship from the Ash Family Foundation as incentive, every 5th grader completed the assignment, totaling to $12,000 in scholarships to Graceland University.
To analyze the effectiveness of our program, we met with Lamoni High School classes that were once in Kids Bank. The students displayed a lot of enthusiasm, as well as retention of the lessons from their childhood while participating in our program.
Our program will come full circle as 40% of the first Kids Bank class plan to become Graceland Yellow Jackets this fall.
The seed model has taken root through Kids Bank, as we have enabled financial literacy in young community members, creating sustainable change in their life choices.
In order for a seed to grow, it must be planted in the proper environment. Graceland University gives us this environment. With its small class sizes, devoted professors, and supportive community, students are free to blossom into promising futures.
Although receiving a college education is a great investment, it can be very expensive. Over 25% of Graceland students do not receive family contributions towards their education.
13.8% of the 940 Lamoni campus students are independent, meaning they're either young parents, older students, or have aged out of foster care. These are the grounds in which our supply closet project was planted and has continued to grow.
The supply closet offers a safe space for students in need to receive food, clothing, toiletries, school supplies, and financial training. In collaboration with the school library, we are currently working on providing access to expensive textbooks that many students are unable to afford.
The supply closet is partnered with the Food Bank of Iowa and has a relationship with the Graceland Hoop House, where a designated amount of fresh produce is set aside for supply closet participants.
Our relationship with the Hoop House has created a more sustainable system for bringing in fresh produce, with all expired produce going back to the Hoop House for composting.
In October, we reached out to the Lamoni community in our annual Trick or Treat for Food to Eat event, bringing in over 45 bags of food and other donations. This has helped to build an awareness for the local community of the need in which the supply closet was established.
Within the last 7 months, our team has brought in over 200 bags of food and other essential living items, as well as raised $5,347 in donations and grants for supply closet operations.
Each student can receive $100 worth of supplies every time they visit the supply closet.
While being a student is difficult, preparing to leave college presents a new array of challenges. The scope of our project work expands to the larger Graceland community through several on-campus student development events.
Fall Firm, an entrepreneurial roundtable, provide advice regarding resumes, LinkedIn profiles, job interviews, and finances. We invite keynote speakers to talk about real-life business experiences and provide networking opportunities for those who attend. Our annual Threads event holds business attire exhibitions and mock interviews.
Our team has also given 5 personal finance presentations, focused on topics such as loans, interest rates, tax preparation, budgeting, and college prep.
These events are designed to empower Graceland students from diverse majors and backgrounds to prepare for their future in a variety of ways.
In the last year, 696 students have participated in these 8 events held by our team.
Through the supply closet and these student development events, we have used our seed model to empower our peers and foster a more positive college experience.
1 year ago, we began to nurture one of our very own seed projects, Midnight Munchies, which has blossomed into a self-sustaining event that empowers our local business owners.
With the nearest McDonald's in proximity to Graceland being 28.2 miles away, our team recognized that students were wasting unnecessary time, gas, and money in order to get food late at night. A car wastes on average $12.97 or 2.8 gallons of gas every time a student travels to McDonald's.
Not only is this harmful to the environment, but college students were spending their money outside of the Lamoni economy. We saw the opportunity to collaborate with local restaurant owners, linking these needs together.
In November of 2013, our team held its very first Midnight Munchies event at La Cocina Real, the local Mexican restaurant. Our ENACTUS members realized that as college students, we seek dining options to be available much later than small business owners traditionally offer.
We also saw this as an opportunity to increase revenue for the community's local restaurants, and therefore for the Lamoni economy as a whole.
Our team worked with 4 local restaurants to create a rotation where one business would stay open between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. every other weekend throughout the school year.
James Bradford, the new owner of Lamoni's iconic Pizza Shack, was ecstatic to hear about our ongoing Midnight Munchies event and to see how this event could increase his revenue.
Initially, the restaurants that participated in this event relied on our ENACTUS volunteers. However, after 6 short months, the restaurants were able to staff the events completely on their own.
Now, the business owners only rely on our ENACTUS team to help coordinate dates with the other restaurants, as well as on-campus advertising and social media marketing.
James and the other owners, on average, make 124% of their typical day's revenue simply by opening their doors for 3 extra hours on their designated night. Midnight Munchies has become branded as a staple event, as an average of 120 students will attend any given Midnight Munchie. This is roughly 12% of our student population.
These events essentially bring in an extra business day's worth of revenue in just a few hours, providing financial relief as they struggle to keep their businesses afloat. Since last year, Midnight Munchies has infused $5,033.85 into the local economy.
Midnight Munchies has led to the growth and development of other project work. We consulted with the Lamoni Chamber of Commerce to brainstorm other ways to nourish the Lamoni economy. We've updated the town directory, which will be available online for students, the community, and interstate travelers by the beginning of this next school year.
We've also organized and led a workshop on the importance of social media marketing for business owners. We showed them how to sign up for and utilize these sites.
These social media marketing techniques have also been used to enhance the attendance at Midnight Munchies. All of our efforts have helped to build long-lasting relationships between Graceland students and the Lamoni community.
We've used our seed model to build a self-sustaining project, creating an environment for local restaurants to thrive. And the students love it.
Our passion to create sustainable communities doesn't stop at the edge of our small town, but has propelled us into communities worldwide. Sometimes the seed is not planted in the proper environment, but infertile soil can be enriched for new growth to thrive.
With Nicaragua being the second most economically challenged country in the Western Hemisphere, many people find themselves stagnating at the same socioeconomic status for generations because of the lack of opportunity.
Despite this entrapping sense of material poverty, a sense of hope and empowerment has flourished in the small town of El Tunel, Nicaragua, from our collaborative effort with Outreach International.
Outreach International is a nonprofit organization committed to cultivating practical and sustainable community-based solutions in 2,800 impoverished communities worldwide. Last year, a group of our ENACTUS students partnered with OI in El Tunel to work with 9 small business owners.
The business owners, 7 men and 2 women, make items such as shoes, bags, and shirts. Though they had not previously worked together, they soon discovered they shared similar struggles.
Financial illiteracy and interest rates of over 40% on operating loans plagued their businesses. The small profit they made went directly into the lenders' pockets, leaving little room for growth.
Our team held a 2-day workshop that taught how to record and save money for future investments. After the workshop, 6 of the business owners collaborated in the formation of a business group. They called themselves Unidad y Fuerza, Spanish for unity and strength.
Outreach International has continued progress with Unity and Strength, granting access to a $1,500 revolving loan funded by Graceland ENACTUS. The group operates under strict rules created by the members themselves, ensuring everyone is treated fairly and is investing their money safely.
Each loan is set at a 1% interest rate, over 40 percentage points less than the loans from the Nicaraguan lenders. With this lower rate, our friends were able to pay off old debts and reinvest in their businesses, leading to rapid economic growth.
When we returned to El Tunel in January, we met again with the business owners to analyze and reflect upon the progress made in the previous 6 months. Not only were the business owners better off financially, but were empowered by what they were able to accomplish together.
After the noticeable success of Unity and Strength, 3 men and 5 women emerged to form a second business group made up of home-based stores that sell food, school supplies, and other necessities.
These businesses are vital to the community of El Tunel, due to the nearest market being 10 miles away. Only one business owner has adequate transportation, leaving the others to pay for an expensive bus ticket or walk for 4 hours for supplies. The convenience of a well-stocked local market saves valuable time and resources.
We spent a week visiting the 8 business owners in their homes, learning about their livelihoods and getting to know their families. We then held a workshop instructing on how to utilize a ledger book to track profit, as well as introduce the concept of saving money for future investments.
From this workshop, these business owners were equipped with the tools needed to leverage themselves out of their stagnant state of financial poverty. By taking the first step in working as a community, they created a new opportunity to improve El Tunel at large.
After returning home, Graceland ENACTUS decided to fund a $2,000 revolving loan for the second business group, as well as expand Unity and Strength's working capital by $1,500.
The combined effort of Outreach International and ENACTUS will leave a lasting impact in El Tunel. With $5,000 in working capital and a new understanding of business concepts, these people are increasing their own standard of living through our seed model.
Esperanza was able to buy a new sewing machine, expand her business, and strengthen her ability to support her family.
Milton was able to hire 4 workers, expand his house, and send his daughter to college.
And our friend Juan Palo was able to pay for his wife's medical care, allowing her to walk again after being paralyzed for a year from a failed surgery.
Once awakened, the potential of a seed will grow to nourish others.
Our ENACTUS team has helped nourish the community of Lamoni for the past 25 years, and our hard work has made a lasting impact on those with whom we've worked.
We've sown our seeds in Lamoni's 5th grade classroom, promoting a brighter future for every student. $12,000 in scholarships were awarded. 46% of the class opened savings accounts. And this fall, 40% of the first Kids Bank class will come to Graceland.
We support each other and our classmates as we provide opportunities for a successful career.
Our continuing support of Midnight Lunchies infuses an average of 128% of a typical day's revenue into local businesses, and in addition, saves Graceland students time, gas, and money.
The sky is the limit for 14 business owners in El-Tunel as the community continues to grow their businesses by utilizing a revolving loan of $5,000 funded by Graceland ENACTUS. We've continued to support Graceland's iReach International Club as we've worked together to raise over $20,000 to put roofs on 46 homes in El-Tunel.
For our ENACTUS team, the greatest reward of all is the satisfaction that comes from empowering others and growing success through hard work in a supportive community.
All it takes is planting a seed.
Seeing opportunities.
Empowering entrepreneurship.
Enabling progress.
Developing sustainable change.
Graceland University Entrepreneurs in Action.
Begin the 5-minute question and answer period from the judges only, please.
Well, I'm curious as to which project you liked the best and which one you thought was the most successful.
I can speak for that. This year I was able to go down to Nicaragua to continue our project. And it was very rewarding to see just the empowerment that was felt in El-Tunel. And for us, sometimes we're not really prepared a lot of times to go to Nicaragua, but to see just how happy they were and how productive they were and how happy they were to have us there. It was just a very fulfilling experience.
The great thing about our team is that when you first get split up into teams, you fill out a paper and you number what you're interested in. So you end up on a team that's doing work that you're passionate about. So I think if you ask any of us up here, we would tell you that the team that we're on is the one that we're passionate about.
I think it's very thoughtful of how you kind of took on this project from many different aspects, and you found opportunities to find a win-win, meaning like if it was the Midnight Munchies of how it helped the business owners and also the college students, et cetera. So you kind of had these connectivity points throughout. How did you kind of, more in the beginning stages, how did you decide where to kind of infuse those points? Because you kind of did it from a full community perspective. It's more maybe underneath assessment as to your thought process behind that.
Being in a small community, we know the people that we're working with, and we're able to address the needs of the community. So when we see an interest at first, a lot of times, to use our seed model, we have the roots in our community to kind of draw from what the needs may be. And so we are very aware of the need in our community, and we're able to address that accordingly.
So for some of these businesses, a lot of them, like we said, work multiple jobs in order to keep their businesses afloat. And for a lot of them, they don't make very much during a week, probably an average between $300 and $400 a week, sometimes as much as like $500. And so they really are in need of some support from our students.
The scope of your projects is truly inspiring. It really is. A successful business model, you always want to move forward. How are you going to assess new needs, new structures, new opportunities in the marketplace now that I perceive, and those of us in the room that have been very successful at what you're doing, what's the next step and how are you going to do it?
I can answer that. Impressively, all of our project work has been thought out and driven by our students. So every year, every single student at Graceland has the opportunity to join ENACTUS as well as propose new projects. So it's student-driven, and every year we look forward to the ideas that other students or our current members come up with. So it's always really exciting at the beginning of the year, and we never know, but our team is really open to whatever people suggest, and we put people together with similar interests, and they usually accomplish a lot together.
curious, do you guys have any statistics on the paybacks of the microloans you're doing in Nicaragua?
I can answer that. As of right now, we have very limited, I guess, data from the microloans, but we can ensure that really they're paid back very effectively, very efficiently. When we were down there, a number of the business owners told us that they were able to pay back their loans 3 months in advance. So even though there's not a total amount that I can give you, I can say that they're able to pay it back in full and in a very good rate.
Well, what was one of your biggest lessons from the Nicaragua experience?
I'd say that for me, understanding that every now and then you're going to have bumps in the road, and there are going to be times where you get really exhausted, and there are going to be times where you feel like, you know, is this project really worth it? But if you can really see it through till the end, even if it's 5 minutes before the workshop, it'll definitely pay off for you. And in the end, it's incredibly worth it for them and for us, for, I guess, all of our communities.
I went on the project as well. For me, the biggest thing was those people were trying to empower themselves and make the best for themselves. And even though they weren't in the same economic situation as some of us may be, they were still just as driven and just as willing to try something to better their families.
Some great projects. You guys really embraced it. You can tell with a lot of passion and you're owning it. Anything you would have done different? Anything you see across all the projects that gosh, you know what, I wish I would have done this or that, or I would have done it a different way?
I can answer that.
Time has expired, and we want to thank Graceland University for presentation and hard work.